Can you imagine igniting a thermonuclear explosion inside a supercomputer? Sounds like a plot for a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's not as far-fetched as it sounds. Supercomputers, the behemoths of the computing world, are capable of processing trillions of instructions per second. These digital titans are the workhorses of scientific research, enabling us to simulate everything from climate patterns to the birth of galaxies. Now let's talk about thermonuclear explosions. These are not your ordinary firecrackers, but the same processes that fuel our sun and stars. They are the most powerful and destructive forces known to humanity. So, what happens when you combine the processing might of a supercomputer with the raw power of a thermonuclear explosion? It sounds like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? But fear not. Believe it or not, scientists have managed to simulate a thermonuclear explosion inside a supercomputer. Yes, you heard it right, a thermonuclear explosion inside a supercomputer. So, how do scientists simulate a thermonuclear explosion inside a supercomputer, you may wonder? Well, the answer lies in the intricate details of nuclear fusion and the power of mathematical modeling. Nuclear fusion, in simple terms, is the process where two light atomic nuclei combine to form a heavier nucleus. This reaction, which powers the sun and other stars, releases a tremendous amount of energy. When this process occurs uncontrolled, as in a hydrogen bomb, it results in a thermonuclear explosion. Now, to simulate this reaction inside a supercomputer, scientists use advanced mathematical models. They map out the entire process, from the initial fusion of the atomic nuclei, to the release of energy, and the subsequent explosion. These models are based on fundamental principles of nuclear physics, and they allow scientists to predict what will happen during a thermonuclear explosion. However, simulating a thermonuclear explosion is not as straightforward as it sounds. These reactions are incredibly complex, involving countless particles interacting with each other in a fraction of a second. To accurately simulate this, scientists need to solve a series of equations that describe these interactions. And here's where supercomputers come in. Supercomputers, with their immense processing power, can crunch these numbers in a fraction of the time it would take a standard computer. They can handle the billions of calculations required to simulate the behavior of each particle involved in the reaction. This makes them the perfect tool for simulating thermonuclear explosions. But even with the power of supercomputers, there are still challenges. For one, the mathematical models must be accurate. Any slight error can drastically change the outcome of the simulation. In addition, the supercomputer must be able to handle the sheer amount of data involved in these simulations. As you can see, simulating a thermonuclear explosion inside a supercomputer is no easy task. It requires a deep understanding of nuclear physics, advanced mathematical models, and the immense processing power of supercomputers. You might be wondering, why simulate a thermonuclear explosion inside a supercomputer? What's the point? Well, this intricate simulation has profound implications and potential applications that stretch far beyond a simple experiment. It's like unlocking the secrets of the universe, one supercomputer simulation at a time. One of the most fascinating implications of this research is how it deepens our understanding of the cosmos. Stars, those distant celestial bodies we gaze upon in the night sky, are essentially thermonuclear reactors. They generate energy through a process called nuclear fusion, where lighter elements combine to form heavier ones, releasing vast amounts of energy in the process. By simulating thermonuclear explosions, scientists can study this process in a controlled and detailed manner, shedding light on the inner workings of stars. Who knew that a supercomputer could help us unravel the mysteries of the stars? But the implications don't stop at the stars. Closer to home, this research could provide significant insights into nuclear energy generation. Currently, nuclear power plants generate energy through nuclear fission, a process that involves splitting heavy atoms apart. However, nuclear fusion, the process that powers stars, is a much more efficient and cleaner source of energy. By simulating thermonuclear explosions, scientists can gain a better understanding of nuclear fusion, potentially paving the way for nuclear fusion reactors that could revolutionize energy production. Moreover, these simulations could also help in designing safer and more efficient nuclear reactors. By studying the behavior of nuclear materials under extreme conditions, researchers can propose new safety measures and enhance the efficiency of existing nuclear power plants. This could result in not only a safer but also a more sustainable source of energy. So the next time you hear about a thermonuclear explosion inside a supercomputer, remember, it's not a sci-fi movie plot. It's real science that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe and energy production.